Well, it is Saturday, February 25th, I believe. If it ain't, then whatever it is, it's Saturday. We have moved out of Huntsville, Alabama, and are unloading. The movers have already come and gone. And what we have that you've seen pictures of, oh, that's my cords for my shed so we get power and internet back, are these. That's our living container. We got our bed in there. We won't live in there tonight, but I'll wire up some power and stuff like that, and we got a couple big fans, so it'll be okay. It's going to be warm enough anyway for the next several days anyway. Go from there. I got to work on, this one's going to get moisture barrier, and then I'll start framing the inside of it or whatever. I got to cut a door, put in a side door. And so, eventually have 3 doors. But initially, I'll only have one toward the back, not all the way back, about 15 feet this way or so. And it'll go out into the, I'm going to floor in a little section in that back corner. I guess I could point to the ground. I'm looking up in the air. And that's where we're going to put a water heater, wash and dryer connection, utility sink, our waterless toilet when it arrives. Initially, we can use it in the container. But then a pedestal sink and a stand-up shower. And then I'll also wire up eventually a stove and refrigerator. And we got to buy all that stuff. So tomorrow we go shopping for wood and stuff and have it delivered. It's too much to try to haul. And then pickup truck's loaded. I'll unload it tomorrow. We're tired. And then 2 containers over here. I don't know which way I want to go without falling down. This first one is my temporary wood shop, but I still got a lot of moving space. I can rearrange the table saw up here, bandsaw toward the back when I don't need it. I still, in the truck, I've got a desktop drill press, desktop scroll saw, and my Grizzly mortising tool. So those will go on benches later when I build the bench. And then I got shop boxes in the back. And then we just got all of our boxes. Pretty much my lumber rack's there. I don't need it for now. And just a whole bunch of boxes, but we had, well, you would think we don't have much, but there was 104 boxes they loaded up. Or 24. I think 124 boxes. And it's just that this container is big enough, 40 foot deep, 8 foot wide, that you've got boxes and boxes. And eventually I'll get a light back here and we can start sifting through it. But it's a little dark right now, so I know you can't see much. But we're here. And that's the main thing. The containers are up on 4-inch blocks. I've got a 10-ton toe jack coming in, or came in. Neighbor's probably got it. He said he'd pick it up when he saw it. And I can lift, well, it's 20 ton on top of the bottle. It's a hydraulic jack. And if you use the toe, you can get down under 1 inch and lift something 6 inches, 10 tons off the toe. 20 tons off the top, 10 tons off the toe. So I can lift the complete end of this container even though it's full. No problem. Then put another block under each corner. And eventually, I'm planning, before I completely floor in the whole place, I'll dig some piers and do a little bit more concrete pouring. But right now, I'm here. Containers on the ground. And if you notice, that's a healthy I-beam. Very healthy. I mean, containers are designed to be able to hold 53,000 pounds with nothing but the 4 corners. And then the walls are actually 63,000 steel corrugated, so they're structural as well. And then you've got a C-shaped beam up there on top for the roof. You've got metal trusses underneath to every, I don't know if it's 2 feet, I think it's less than 2 feet. It may even be metric, but I don't think so. I think it's inches. But they go across and they support the floor, which is 1-inch marine grade plywood, or not plywood. Yeah, plywood. So it's it's preserved. It's watertight. It's waterproof, durable as heck. They run tow trucks, forklifts up and down it all the time. And these two containers, I'm not going to insulate for a while because I don't really need to yet. It's not hot yet. And I'll cut out at least the front half and connect the two containers together, which means I have to run a plate along the top to seal water out, and then a plate along the bottom to join the floors together. So I got a lot of cutting, grinding, welding, you name it, I got a lot to do. But that's not a high priority at the moment yet. Eventually I'll need to be able to cut plywood, stuff like that. You need a little bit more space. That's why I want to connect the two together. And this will be a wood shop, ultimately. So the first container I've got to insulate and put a moisture barrier on, because when the temperature inside the container is different than the temperature outside the container, you're going to have condensation overnight. And it'll condense from the roof and drip down on you. It'll run down the walls. It'll get on the floors. It'll wet up all the boxes, anything on the floor. So this one has got to get insulated fairly quickly. And I know how I'm going to do it, and I'll show you guys when I get to it. Okay, she's doing all the work. I guess I better go help her out. Say hey.
Hey.
There she is. Talk to y'all later.
We're here.